Hi, this is Curt Thomas here with Smokinaffairs. We're here today covering the 13th annual Big Cigar Do, the annual fall do at Tobacco World in Marietta, Georgia, the Cigar Superstore. Today we have live music, a lot of good food, a lot of cigar notables are here. Cigar Dave is doing a live broadcast. Just had a few words with Nestor Miranda here a few minutes ago. There's a couple other folks here, Jonathan Drew. We're going to try and get around and talk to these folks today. If you didn't make it to this event, this will be your vicarious thrill. Sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
Throughout the day, we'll be talking with many of the manufacturers of the premium cigars we all love to enjoy. I'll be asking them several questions that we hope you find informative. First, for people that are not familiar with the brand, what cigar would you recommend for an experienced smoker? And then, what would be your recommendation for a novice smoker? Next, we asked them to offer their opinions on what they see as emerging trends for our industry over the next 3 to 5 years. And lastly, if you were hosting a party, what cigar from your product line would be the best all-around choice to satisfy the palates of both the novice and experienced smoker?
So sit back and enjoy. Their answers are coming up next. Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor to be here. Red throwing a great event. You guys are doing a great thing for the industry, so we appreciate it. First of all is the decade. That cigar got a 95 rating from Cigar Aficionado, and that cigar is just rich, complex, medium to full, tons of flavor, spice, sweetness, coffee notes. It's just got everything that an experienced smoker would want. And also I would recommend the 15th anniversary. And the way I explain the 15th anniversary, I call it decade on steroids. It's also rich and complex, but it's got a lot of power and spice to it that's really going to knock you off your socks.
That sounds great. Okay, tell me about what your newest product offerings are. I think you probably touched on that just
a few of them I have. Well, we came out with 4 new things. First, we came out with my cigar called Thunder. Now, Thunder is a rich, full-bodied cigar. It's got a lot of pepper notes to it, got a lot of espresso and a hint of sweetness to it. Then we came out with Nish's cigar called Zen, which I explained to you guys what that is. And then Rocky came out with 2 of his own cigars. First one was called Cameroon Vintage 2003 Cameroon. And that's our first step into the Cameroon business under the Rocky Patel umbrella. And that cigar is a medium-bodied cigar. It's got espresso notes to it. It's got some sweetness to it. Again, rich and complex. And then Rocky came out with his baby this year. He turned 50 this year, and we came out with a cigar to honor him, the Rocky Patel 50th. Now this cigar is top in flavor, in power, in sweetness, and richness, and complexity. Just a well-rounded cigar. And what's great, it's a limited edition. We made 3 sizes, 2,000 boxes of it each. So there's not a lot of counts in the country that have it, but Red definitely is one of them. There's a couple of cigars I would offer and explain to people to start off with. First is the Vintage 1999, and what that is a Connecticut wrapper from Connecticut, USA. That's from 1999. Now that cigar is very sweet, creamy, a little bit of nutty, and very mild, but yet at the same time rich and complex. So a novice smoker could start with it, and when they smoke it, they still taste flavor, but not all that power. Okay. And also, we just came out with a new cigar called Zen by Nimish Patel. Now that is the first box press Connecticut cigar in the business. And that cigar, just a little step up. It's a mild to medium cigar, but it's also very rich, got a hint of spice to it and a lot of sweetness to it. Those are the 2 cigars I would recommend to people just starting out. Big ring gauges, 6x60, 6x62. People are going to bigger ring gauges. And also, I see a lot of trend going back to Connecticut shade. Even though you have experienced smokers, a lot of people are starting to smoke Connecticut again. That's why we came out with some Connecticut's this year. Our Vintage 1990, which is a Honduran broadleaf wrapper from the 1990 crop. So it's mellowed out in the power, but yet it still has enough power in there for an experienced smoker who can enjoy it and doesn't think they're smoking air. And for the novice guy, there's just enough sweetness in there to cover up all that spice. And I think everyone across the board can enjoy that. Well, we appreciate you guys having us on. It's an honor to be here. You guys, remember, keep on smoking.
Hi, it's Curt again. We're wound down through most of the day here, and we've had a wonderful time at the Cigar Superstore's big event, the 13th anniversary. And it was just a wonderful time. A lot of important cigar notables were here. We did some interviews with some of those people, and you'll be able to see those. And joining me now to kind of get a recap for the day, the owner of Tobacco World, the Cigar Superstore, Mr. Red. How are you, Red?
We had a great day. We had, I want to say, a true number, about 800, 850 in people here. Of course, we had Cigar Day broadcasting, which was phenomenal. Dave Marlino after him. A lot of the owners of factories and stuff like that got to be on the radio with him, which was just unbelievable. The place has been packed all day. We're going to have to clean up for like a week and a half. But you know, we had a great time. We put on a big party, and we have a lot of people show up, which is phenomenal. We feed them well. You know, there's shops that do, you know, hamburgers and hot dogs, and we don't do that. We do fried turkeys and smoked pork loin and all kind of stuff. We did some Cuban food this year, which was really great. So.
Additionally, we had some money raised for charity today. We had a couple of charity auctions. Talk to us a minute about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We had, we're lucky because the manufacturers will send us hard to get stuff. You know, Rocky sent a tray of, I want to say it was 80 or 100 decades. I donated a magnum of my wine, and we got all kinds of stuff, signed stuff that was, you know, just great from everybody. We auction that off, and what we do with that is that the proceeds from that is split between two charities. It's the Cigar Family for the Fuentes, and we also do the Rocky Patel Foundation. So we split that in half and, you know, send them a check, which is really nice. You know, cigar people can help, which is good.
Thanks for that review of the day. I know I personally had a great time, and put this on your calendar, folks, for next year if you didn't make it. And look for the videos. There'll be all the interviews of the people that we interviewed today. We're going to be posted up on Red's site, and take a look, and you'll see part of the good day that you missed. And we'll look so forward to seeing you all next year.
Absolutely. Thanks for all the people that came out, all the manufacturers, and all the guys that helped us in here. And like you said, we look forward to seeing you next year, because it's going to be a hell of a party next year.
Now, thanks for all the guys that came down out of state, all the regulars, all the employees that made this day possible. It doesn't happen without these guys, ever.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give yourself a hand, gentlemen.
Yeah.